Well, I thought that I would go ahead and say that the red F-150 project is now come to a close. I have all this cleaned up. Everything under the hood here is clean. It all looks brand new. Even over here on this side. Except for the booster, which I'm probably going to put one on it. And I've taken all these wires. I've disconnected them at one point. This is back in the summer. And I've cleaned them, then got rid of all the corrosion on them and plugged them back together. All of the tape is new, just like the factory was. And I didn't have the little retainer that taped into the harness right there, so I just use a zip tie. Also the same case right there. But overall, to restore, I even replaced the insulation on the low side AC line. Not that it was important, but it was original and I wanted to make it look like it did before. I did the custom paint work there. Of course, all these wires are shiny and look like new again. Before, if you remember, all of this was caked in crud and mud, and you couldn't tell what color the wires were or where they went or anything like that. And I've done a really nice job of straightening all that up. Oops, I have, looks like a few more wires I gotta fix down in here, and it's almost about ready to hit the manifold. Okay, well, that is no big deal. I kind of expected a few minor things that I had to tweak anyway. And last night I set the time. Oh yeah, I have all this on video. I've been making it into movies to upload, but I haven't had a chance to actually upload it yet. I've been all day working on this. I went back over all the bolts on the exhaust manifold. And I'm rather surprised at how the outcome turned. I didn't think that it was actually going to look this good, but it did. Like I said, I just got a rebuilt short block, and I pretty much rebuilt the top end myself. New cam. And these AC lines, they aren't new. I just painted them up. My uncle was over here. He said, where'd you get them new lines at? And I said, they're not new. I just painted them. He said, they look new to me. And yeah, a few hours involved in that. Okay, let's go ahead and start it up one more time before we let the hood down on her. I even cleaned out some of the junk inside. And of course it starts about like it always did. You really can't tell it ever had an engine put in it by the way it starts. Here we go. Oh yeah, oil pressure builds nice. It's still a little cold. It's probably not warm enough to actually go in an open loop yet. I've driven it, and there's a little bit of a hesitation to it that I got to work out. Hell, it could be even low on gas still. But you can see the oil pressure is good. Quite responsive. And it even sounds good. Sounds about even. Small cam that's in it. So you can actually pick up just a little bit of a lope that it's got. Just a small one. If I set the camera on a tripod, you could actually pick it up in the way the exhaust vibrates. Engine is quiet. What you're hearing is the AC idler. Other than that, nothing else is making a sound. tighten those belts out where all the labels on it pass each other at the same time. Oh well. Well, that's about it. I even took and cleaned it up. While it was out, I drove it and brought it back and I cleaned it up. It hasn't been this clean. Well, let's see. Yeah, I washed it 2 days before the crankshaft broke in the old engine. Okay, well, I'm about done for the day. Thanks for watching.